Well, one of our top stories yesterday, a Toronto police officer stabbed and a suspect shot during an incident near College and Lansdowne yesterday afternoon. The interaction was captured on a store security camera. Police say that officers responded for a person in crisis call. There was a struggle and an officer was stabbed in the leg before the suspect was shot. Both men were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Our officer is surrounded by his colleagues and has the full support of command and all Toronto Police Service members. This is the fourth Toronto police officer injured in the past 2 weeks, which really underscores the inherent risks our officers confront daily while serving the community. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery and the dedication our officers who put themselves in harm's way to keep others in the community safe. Their commitment to duty and the public safety is commendable.
The Special Investigations Unit is looking into this incident.
The person in crisis was located by police outside the Tim Hortons. There was some type of struggle with two officers that were on scene, and during that struggle, the man produced a knife and stabbed an officer, and that officer shot the man, I believe, one time. Prior to that, there was also a conducted energy weapon that was deployed at least twice, and that was ineffective.
And CP24 spoke with the suspect's girlfriend, who was at the scene when this all happened.
I think more instead of tackling someone, telling them you kind of have a warrant, especially if you know like they're not mentally all there and stuff, maybe be a little more cautious of how you're approaching that person, of how you're going to detain that person. Because maybe if there's more knowledge on this, then we can stop people getting shot and stabbed, especially in a safe area, because I would have never thought this would happen here.
And Toronto Police Association President John Reid responded to yesterday's violence.
I have had enough with what's going on in the city. This is the third officer we've had injured now in 3 days. We had a uniform officer punched in the face walking down the street a few days ago, another officer with a broken leg, and now we have this. It has to stop. We need the public, and we need the leaders of of Canada, of the city, our councillors, everybody to come out and support the work that our men and women are doing each day.
And CTV News public safety analyst and former OPP Commissioner Chris Lewis says that the recent spate of Toronto officers being hurt on the job is disturbing.
Certain calls you go to, you know there's a potential for violence, but other cases, that's when you least expect it, that it can really take someone by surprise. I don't think there's anything in terms of the youth of the officers, except the fact that here they are young in their career and they're already starting out facing violent acts, which is scary for them. It doesn't help recruiting for policing and on and on. It's just a bad mark for society as a whole, and this happens.
Police Chief Myron Demke posting this message online, saying earlier today another Toronto police officer was injured on duty after being stabbed responding to a call for service. I'm relieved to report that the officer is in stable condition and both he and the suspect are in hospital. Mayor Olivia Chow saying this on social media, quote, "I wish the injured officer a quick recovery." This week, 3 Toronto police officers were injured doing their duties. One assaulted walking down the street, another hurt intervening in a car theft, and now this troubling incident. Violence is never acceptable.